Hey guys, welcome to Last Movie Standing. Today I want to talk like tips and tricks for 2025 and how to maybe help you save money in your purchases. Things like fighting FOMO and trying before you buy, and tips on like what I do that maybe can help you too. One of the things that got me interested in talking about this was I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he was asking me, "Hey, which one do you prefer, this movie or this movie?" And I was like, "Neither of those movies." And I remember specifically being like, I watched, for example, Hellraiser. I watched Hellraiser like 4 times when that big Arrow box set came out because I was like, should I get it? It's FOMO. It's like everybody's talking about it. It's this really cool set. And I tried watching Hellraiser 1 like multiple times. It wasn't for me. So that's something I wanted to talk about with watching movies before you buy them. If they're movies you've never seen before. Now, if you're upgrading, if you have a DVD or a Blu-ray and you want to update to 4K or update to Blu-ray or something, that's a little different. If you know what the movie is and you like it, that's one thing. Also, watch the movies on the older format before you upgrade too. If it's something you haven't seen in a while, that's something I've been doing. For example, I just got the Shortcut to Happiness on Blu-ray from the MVD sale, and I have the DVD and I rewatched the DVD because I remember the first time I saw this, I didn't really care that much for it. And then it was on sale for like $5 to upgrade. I was like, let me rewatch the DVD. And I ended up buying it because I was like, wow, this movie's way better than I remember. So that was like an example of watching something again, and it was able to save me money to see instead of just buying it because it was $5 and then regretting it later. Another thing that I fight with all the time is I just watched this on DVD. So now I got the Blu-ray. So should I watch the Blu-ray right away if I had just rewatched it? Or should I just put it on the shelf and be like, well, I have it? You know, I feel like that's a mentality a lot of us go with, oh, well, I own the movie. I don't need to watch it right away because I own it in the collection. Well, yes, and I'm going to tell you why you should watch stuff right away for two reasons. One being, what if the disc is bad? Because that happens. Like, what if I just am like, well, I just watched this, so I'm not going to watch this for another couple years or something, and then the disc is bad. Disc skips, disc has an error on it, and then by the time I go to rebuy it, it's double the price. It's out of print. I'm paying 25, 30, even $40 for this if it's out of print. I kind of screwed myself. This just happened recently. So I just bought The Lover on 4K because Amazon had a sale on it, and the disc is messed up. So I'm returning it I'm exchanging it on Amazon while I'm still in that window to do so. Because on this 4K, the disc, it's a German import, but it gives you two menus. It gives you a German menu and an English menu. When I go to the English menu, nothing pops up. Like, it just plays the loop, but no screens pop up. It's like an error. And I was talking to my friend Chris at, there's so many Chris's on YouTube, Bearded Film Guy, and he said, no, his works. It didn't really bother me because I can just go to, I have enough German imports to where I can just go to the German menu, hit play, switch the audio, I'm fine. But the 4K started skipping. So I'm returning it because I'm still in that window. Now, if I would have waited like 6 months to finally watch this, my window to exchange would have been gone, and this could have been gone, just out of print or something. Could have been. Now, there are other ways around it. You can buy the movie for the more expensive price and just return it again. You know, you can cheat your way like that. But what I'm also trying to get at is just give your movies a try. Give them a once over when you first get them, just to be safe. Because same with stores. When I buy used, when I go to Vintage Stock or Movie Trading Company or Half Price Books, you have a window to return it. You have like 30 days to return, exchange, whatever. So I try to watch everything when I first get it, or try to within like a week, just to see if the disc is scratched, especially if you're buying used. But even when you buy new, like I bought this new, it's still disc error and scratch and skipping. So I'm exchanging that. Another thing I want to talk about is finding movies online to watch before you buy. No, I just did this with Strange Darling. So this is kind of a FOMO thing. At the same time, it was like fighting FOMO. So Strange Darling is on 4K, but it's only on 4K in Germany and the UK. And on Orbit, as of the recording of this video, they have them for like $30. But I went to Amazon and somebody has it on sale for $500. Like, are you kidding me right now? What kind of stupid price is that? And then on eBay, it's like way, way, way more expensive. I wanted to see the movie, so I went to a website. Now, where I go to watch movies, this is another discussion I want to have, is pirating versus pirating. You know, we talk about sailing the seven seas to get movies that are only available on streaming and everything, but what about watching movies before you buy? I'm somebody who, I know I'm going to buy movies, so I will watch it by any means I can, because I don't really do the streaming services. I cut the cord. I don't have Netflix, I don't have Hulu, I don't have HBO, I cut all of that. The only one I have is Amazon, and I barely watch that. I watch a lot of Tubi, because a lot of stuff that I get from like either 88 Films, Eureka, Indicator, all these like very like niche style films are usually available on Tubi to check out. So I go to Tubi a lot, but one website I go to is what's it called? It's like WW1. I'll put it up here because I don't. It's like 123movies dot something. I watch a lot of like new movies here. I watch them new, and I decide if I want to buy them. I watch Netflix movies here too, because I don't have Netflix. I don't encourage searching out these pirated sites, but at the same time, I do, just to see if your intent is to buy these movies, because that's what I do. I watch and then I buy. So I watch Strange Darlings, on the Seven Seas, pirated on the site, and then like literally halfway through the movie, I ended up buying it on Orbit. Because seeing that price tag on Amazon and then seeing the price tag on eBay and seeing that, it's still available for fairly reasonable price because it's brand new. So I bought it. I watched it and then I bought it. Now, there are other sites too for even harder to find films. Like Daily Motion is another one you can go to find. YouTube has a lot of stuff. Now, YouTube and Facebook. I just discovered Facebook too. There's a movie I'm about to buy from the UK, and it's not available streaming anywhere, but I found it on Facebook. YouTube's usually got a lot of really crappy quality with stuff, so it depends on how you are about watching that. I'm somebody, if I'm going to watch a movie and it's really, really bad quality, I just don't want to watch it. Even if I like the movie, I'm like, no, not going to do it. So YouTube is hit or miss, but YouTube's got a lot of great free movies. And that's like a whole try before you buy thing. I feel like in 2025, fighting FOMO is going to be a really big issue, especially here on YouTube. I feel like 2025 is going to be an amazing year for physical media, and it's being careful with how you spend your money. One thing that just really got me, I was watching Steelbook Obsessed just did an amazing podcast with the Lionsgate Limited, like senior VP or something, and they were saying that those Lionsgate Limited Steelbooks are only like 10,000 copies. That, I wasn't planning on getting them. I was just going to get the standard, but because I heard that, I was thinking, well, shit. Should I get them now? I don't know. That adds to FOMO to it too. I can already see 2025 being a really hard year on all of our wallets. Most of these being upgrades from movies we loved that we have in other formats that we want to upgrade, like Night of the Creeps is a big one for me. Forbidden World is another one. Or Forbidden Planet. Is it Forbidden Planet or Forbidden World? I get them confused with the name. Um, so many. I think The Descent just got announced. Like, so many great movies coming out this year, and it's, what do we want? So based on what I've seen already, like, it's like the 10th of January, and we already have half the year's announcements already laid out. Like, all the way up, I think some until May. We already have March basically done. We have a lot of April set out. So we can kind of see what we're getting before, which is amazing. But I would say be careful with pre-orders. Don't just jump on the FOMO aspect. Like, one of my most anticipated movies of this year, I have not bought yet because I feel like I got screwed over with Demolition Man. Not screwed over, but I bought Demolition Man day one. That was like day one. I spent $48 day one to get it from Arrow. You can get it for $30 now. I was like, this is definitely gonna sell out. It didn't sell out. So with Deep Blue Sea, I'm like, I'm gonna wait till it goes down to $30. I don't see that one selling out. It was the same with who was it? It was Friday the 13th. That one was like a whole, oh my god, it's sold out. Their Arrow said they're not printing anymore. Well, they found a whole bunch more in the back, and now it's you can still buy it. You know, same with what was it? Inglorious Bastards. Inglorious Bastards went and came, went and came. It's here, it's not, you know. So I'm gonna be a lot more careful with not buying so many things just day one and pre-ordering for FOMO unless I know it's a numbered edition. If it's numbered edition, that kind of changes things a little bit because I feel like that pushes people to buy it right away. Like the Keep. I love that Vinegar Syndrome puts the numbers, and as it's going down, it's like, hey, this is how many we have left, you guys. If you want it, that's it. I love that. I wish more sites did that, but they don't. So I'm going to be more careful this year with that. And these are kind of ways I'm doing that. I'm watching movies legally, illegally, but before I buy them. And I'm really getting into like watching these movies as soon as I get them. Because as I said, I don't want to buy a movie and it have disc errors, it have skipping discs, and there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick little like talky video just to be like, hey, in 2025, like, let's help save our wallets. Because this year is, whew, they are releasing some banger titles this year. I think 2025 is going to be a very memorable year for physical media. Anybody telling you physical media is dying, they're using it as clickbait at this point, or they just don't know. Because physical media, I feel like, is stronger than ever, and it's gonna hurt in 2025. So I just want to urge you, prepare and take into consideration, do you need this?